coming back. It sure was so nice today. We had a dry night and everyone was able to get in all their sporting events and everything. And
I went home for dinner. I mean, it was
perfect.
Step outside the building, because when you're in here all afternoon, you kind of just like, what's it like out there?
I know, and the sunset was so pretty tonight. It was kind of that like dreamsicle, creamsicle colors, that orange and pink.
Probably won't see too much of it here in the coming days. Weekend, however, looking warm. I want to run down averages and where we were today, because these will be some important numbers as we go forward. Actually made it up to 78 for a daytime high today. Our average is 71. Average low, by the way, is 50 degrees. That's key. We're going to be easily 10 to 15 degrees above the average low over the next 7 days, and at times our low temperature will be close to the average high temperature. Okay, there'll be a quiz on that there later.
I'm confused.
All right, so these are our current numbers here. Live Doppler 13 radar. Also want to show what's going on down across the Ohio River, because that's what's going to be moving in here as we get into the late overnight hours and into tomorrow morning. We do expect to see these showers pivoting in, and boy, look at this storm system. Man, this thing looks beautiful on water vapor if you get into stuff like that, like myself. But this will be the weather maker for us. We're going to be in the crosshairs of these bands of downpours and thunderstorms tomorrow, and especially into Thursday. Those will be our two wettest days, but this thing's still going to be close enough to us on Friday that will give us a chance. So here it is, rundown for boy, it's been a long week for me, and it's only the second day.
Look at all that rain.
This should be your Wednesday forecast, by the way, not Tuesday. We don't want to redo Tuesday.
We don't want to do this. Well, but it ended up pretty nice.
But that's going to be your Wednesday planner for tomorrow. Just ignore what's up top there. Cloudy. We may have some time tomorrow morning where there's not a whole lot of shower action, but once we get afternoon, evening, potential for some thunderstorms. And also want to point out that the next couple of days, the potential is there that we could see a few funnel clouds. They usually are going to be brief. They likely won't touch ground. But we had that on Sunday. We had a couple yesterday too. So that is a possibility.
Yeah, and it's really important to make sure that you clean out your storm drains too, because the leaves are falling.
The leaves are falling too,
and when that rain comes, it doesn't, I mean, our street
nowhere for it to go.
Yeah, it flooded instantly because there was no place for the water to go.
Sure.
So do you want to check on that? We just got word that the Pacers score is in. They opened up the preseason tonight with a loss. They were at the Garden in New York. 125 was New York, and the Pacers were 104.
Yeah.
So it's preseason.
Preseason.
That's what we say. Okay.
Yes.
So we have this story today. You know, the way that the news cycle works is that we have story meetings for each show. So the shows that are in the evening, the 5, 5:30, and 6, we have a story meeting around 9, 9:30 in the morning. And then all the stories, the reporters come in and pitch stories and say, well, I think we should be on this, or I think we should be on that, or something. And one of the pitches today was they are offering $3,500 a week.
Say that again.
$3,500 a week for workers who would be dishwashers, line cooks, and other things like this, janitorial staff. The discussion was the zero, you know, there was a typo. Something isn't right. Or maybe that's a month, or maybe that's a bi-weekly paycheck, or, you know, all these things we were trying to figure out. But that actually is the case, because at Camp Atterbury, they need workers. They need them to work hard, and they need them to work long hours. It's not a long-term assignment. So that's what they're offering. Up to that is what they're offering. So Dustin Grove was like, you know, pitching this and said, I have to go down there and see what's going on. So if you want to know a little bit more about what these jobs are and what's behind it, let's see what Dustin found out today.
You pay $3,500 a week.
At the Tasty Shop in Edinburgh, they promise good company and good food.
I got beef Manhattans with green beans.
It's good help that can be hard to find.
Our deliveries are slow. Sometimes we don't get them. We don't always get what we order. They say the truck drivers, you know, they're getting a shortage of those.
By now, you've seen the signs everywhere, in every industry.
People just don't want to work, I guess, so, you know.
But just down the road, the company looking to fill positions inside Camp Atterbury is hoping to change that.
That's a lot, yeah. That's a lot of money.
AIM World Services, contracted by the government, is offering up to $3,500 a week, in some cases even more, for cooks, janitors, food service workers, and dishwashers.
Okay. Well, maybe I'll be switching jobs. I'm just kidding. I love my job. I'm just kidding.
When we first got the email, we thought, surely this must be a mistake.
Maybe they added a zero or something. But on the phone,
Wow.
a company spokesperson said that's right. She told me we're able to pay higher salaries for these jobs because we want to attract high-quality, dedicated people who are willing to work long, hard hours. And there are a few things to know. Not everyone would make that much. The salary range begins at $1,000 a week. It all depends on the position, how many hours you work, and those estimates do include overtime. The jobs are also temporary. They're anticipated to last about 6 months with a possible extension. Economists say those wages are way higher than the norm, but service industry jobs are in high demand and the competition is tough.
And this just goes to the sign of the times, right? Companies are doing whatever they can to entice workers to apply for jobs right now.
If that's what it's going to take to get people back to work, I guess that's what we're going to have to do.
All right, so if you're interested, there is a job fair, and it is going to be Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and it's in Edinburgh at the Hilton Garden Inn there, and the hours are from 9 in the morning until 5 at night, and the company is AIM World Services. So I don't know, I'm just thinking of my daughter who was home for the summer and she's trying to save money for grad school. I mean, she was on a mission just to make as much money as she could.
As much as possible, fast as possible. Yeah.
Nannying during the day, waitressing at night, doing everything that she could. And this would be something like, oh my gosh, if I could go down there and make this much money in this short period of time, I mean, it would pay for a whole semester.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it'll be interesting. Maybe we can, maybe
Follow
follow
up.
up in a few months and see, catch someone that
see who got the
landed
job
this
and what you did with it. So, okay, so now we're on Facebook and we're looking at some of the people that are checking in here tonight, and we really do want to hear your comments because whatever kind of response that you give to us now, we're going to put on the news tonight.
Joyce says, that's unbelievable. Maybe I should come out of retirement.
I know. Well, and it might be just the perfect thing for somebody who may be retired, is a hard worker, doesn't want to make a long-term commitment, but says, maybe we had some unexpected expenses, or I want to have a little bit of a challenge or something like that. This might be the perfect thing.
Yeah.
So I can see a lot of scenarios where it would work because, again, it is a temporary thing.
Sure.
Okay. So what do you think of Peeps? We want to know. What do you think? No. So when I think of Peeps, I think Easter, right?
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, okay, and you think just yuck.
It's just not my thing.
Pure sugar, I know.
It's like candy corn.
Yeah.
Candy
corn's better than Peeps.
We all have strong feelings on candy corn.
Okay, we want you to weigh in, and we want you to give us feedback about what you think about Peeps, because Peeps, they have Halloween Peeps, and they are all the different colors, the marshmallow pumpkins, there are monsters, there are cats, and there are ghosts, and look at them. There's the pumpkins right there. So, I don't know, like the green, you'd have green teeth, and the cats, black cats. The ghosts look kind of cute because it's a mushroom in the skulls.
Just give me a Kit Kat.
Okay, so this is what Peeps have. So we want to know what your thoughts are on this. Are you for Peeps? Are you not for Peeps?
We've got a nasty from Kelly.
Okay.
Friend of the show, Renee Larson. Hello, Renee. Renee said, Peeps are nasty.
Well, yeah, Renee, I saw she was out running like 4 or 5 miles. So
here's another one. Alicia says they're yucky. Teresa says, ugh. They are cute, but ugh. Yeah. And there's a lot of people are saying no.
Well, they're festive looking, but then to crunch into them, you can almost feel like the gritty of the sugar.
I might be willing to try a chocolate-covered Peep, but I don't think I would like it much. But I'm more of a just give me
Peeps
chocolate.
or candy corn, Sean?
Oh, yeah, I probably would
corn.
have to go candy corn.
Yeah, me too. I'm with you. All right, so let us know what you think about it, even if you have a preference, Peeps versus candy corn, and what you think of these Peeps. I have to think that they did some research, you know, so they're not just throwing something out there that there's not a market for. So there's got to be people that are all about it. All right, so another thing that you can do tonight is if you want to help a 9-year-old boy earn money and also just bragging rights for having the best mullet in the history of the world, you can vote for this young boy. His name is Grayson Reynolds. He's 9 years old, and he has entered the USA Mullet Championships. Now, we've been kind of following that he wanted, this is a Facebook contest he entered. He's been getting it, you know, just fixed their little fade on the sides, you know, and trying to get everything just the way that he wants. And he's doing really well. He's moving on through the competition. So we do have a way for you to vote for him online if you would like to support him. The voting is now through Monday, October 11th. You know what he gets if he wins?
It's a nice paycheck.
It is $2,500.
Yeah, and if you haven't followed Grayson's story, not only does he have an awesome mullet, Kentucky waterfall, Tennessee top hat, whatever you like to call it.
Lettuce.
He is a very kind person. He wants to help out his brother, and he even mentioned he also wants to donate some of this money. So he's been raised right. He has a nice heart to him. So and love his mullet, and he's got to be a winner.
Yeah, well, and I'm sure that, you know, his parents like, oh, the $2,500 would be really nice for a college fund, or, you know, to pay for activities, or to pay for those fancy haircuts, something like that. But Grayson says he doesn't even care about the money. He just wants to win.
He wants that title, baby.
He wants to have the best mullet. And, you know, we want you to think about what makes a good mullet and who maybe would have had a mullet in the past, Sean. Who might that be?
Well, I'm from Kentucky.
Yeah. You're so clean cut now.
Yeah, well, the looks can be deceiving, friend. You didn't know me back in the
day.
You didn't know me back in the heydays.
All I hear is that the warnings that you give about raising a teenage son, because you know what teenage boys think and do.
I just hope my mom's convinced I will. My wife's convinced I will. That I'm going to have to pay the piper with my son.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm going to be in big trouble.
Yeah, payback is, there's a word that we use that's not.
I did rock it. I did rock it back in the day.
Let's see it. Let's see it.
My mom I think she tried to steer me in different directions. This would have been, I'm pretty sure, this is 85. This is 1985.
You played baseball?
Sun Valley Little League there. Played for the Astros. That's my trading card. I mean, I almost had a mullet in the front, you know?
It's hard to tell what is the hat there and what is this, kind of like a bowl cut in the front, and then, you know, the little wispies in the back. I think you look adorable, and I'm amazed by this picture, how much your kids, I always thought that your kids favored your wife, Tony, but boy, I look at this and I just see your kids here.
Yeah, I do see some Sophia. I definitely see some Leighton there.
Yeah.
Now, if I showed you my card, I think 2 seasons later, that's when I got into, I don't want any hair at all during baseball season, so I kind of went more flat top. But that was the mullet wheelhouse.
Yeah.
There.
You know, my son has really tried to express himself with his hairstyles over the years, and we've never done the mullet, you know, but I even remember, like, I don't know if he was in kindergarten or pre-K or whatever, he was always wearing his hair up in the, like a
faux hawk, so to speak.
like a mohawk. So we had it all, and you know, we put all the stuff in there, and it was all like standing up like this. And so, but then also, like, he wanted to be like his dad, so for picture day, he wore a coat and a tie. I mean, it was like this little Easter outfit. And then he had this mohawk.
I like
it. You know, and so the teacher called and she said, "Hey, Ann, I just want to make sure, you know, like today is picture day. Did you want me to fix his hair? You know, do you want to leave it as a mohawk?" And I'm like, you're calling me about the mohawk and not the suit and tie for like a 5? I'm like, yes.
Just let it ride.
Let it ride. Yeah. I mean, you know what?
Let them express themselves.
Yeah, this is, and over the years, to a certain degree, but over the years, it's been interesting to see all the different hairstyles he has. I'm not a big fan of the one he has right now where they pull it all forward like this and they go like that, and then you can't even really see them. I mean, it's crazy.
I say let it, you know, again. If that's the worst thing that we have to deal with,
Right.
let's just hope, fingers crossed.
That's right. That's right. So thank you
boy.
for sharing your
Yeah.
mullet picture. Any feedback from viewers before we wrap up here?
Yeah, folks saying, oh boy, Ann says the bangs. Teresa says, looks like Leighton's, or she said, I like Leighton's hat. He's wearing a wizard hat now. Let's see. Glenn's asking about Halloween cakes, full-size candy bars. So, and Peeps are, this is from Nancy. Peeps are cute, but looks can be deceiving, is what she said.
Yes, yes. All right, well, keep up the conversation about Peeps, because we want to really kind of have a good amount of feedback that we can share on the 13 News at 11 o'clock. Not just kind of one of those fun things near the end of the newscast where we're just wrapping things up. But we do have a really important story tonight about domestic violence and the impact in our community, and what has happened to women and men who are in these situations during the pandemic. They got isolated, and some support for them in our community. So we have that and much more, and you're tweaking the forecast. The forecast is actually going to say Wednesday.
Yes. I believe it. I never make any graphical mistakes, do I? 80s, near record highs, couple of days. We'll time that out too in the 7-day forecast.
All right, Sean, thanks for tuning in. We're going to be here all week, folks. And if you're asking about Scott, he's taking some time off. He will be back.
You're stuck with us.
You're stuck with
Sorry.
us. Angela's taking some time off. I saw she was golfing today, working on her golf streak. I don't know if she was at Top Golf or something
I
like
saw that. Mark's giving her golf lessons.
Yeah,
Oh boy, all in the family.
Yeah, so we're just holding down the fort for them until they come back. And I think that after Scott has some time off, then he's doing some stuff on assignment. So she'll be back sooner than he will. But thanks for watching, and hope you join us tonight on 13 News at 11 as well. See ya.